What's going on? Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Counting Me Out. It's your girl JQ, sports personality and owner of JQ Sports PR.
It's your boy Spoon, man, checking in. You know I'm a basketball junkie, man, so we just gonna go from there.
Before we start, I want to give a special shout out to Game Elite and Coach Dez. I hit up Coach Dez through DM. He's always responding to my messages. I said, Coach Dez, who should I invite onto the show to tell me their story? It wasn't even 5 minutes. He told me Peyton Marshall. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome Peyton Marshall.
Hey, thank y'all for having me. It's a blessing to be here.
You sound really like chilled and relaxed right now.
Yeah, it's not gonna be the first one, so I gotta get used to it.
Okay.
Are you comfortable behind the camera, or you nervous when the cameras come on?
I'm a little nervous. I'll try not to show it though, but I definitely got a little nervous about it.
Well, you do a really good job because before the interview, I did watch a couple of your virtual interviews. You seem very poised, confident, and a lot of athletes, I know you can attest to this, are not very comfortable in front of the camera.
You know, it's just different. When you on the court, it's a whole lot. You know, the crowd is going, the noise is going crazy. Mm-hmm. Trying to worry about play calls and making basket scoring shots. So you're not worried about anything with basketball. Mm-hmm. In front of this camera here, tad bit different.
Focus all on you.
Oh, yeah. Not as many people around, you know.
Right.
I ain't worried about you staying on the court as long as you scoring the ball.
Exactly. Well, before we get into the interview, we like to play this little game called Counting Me Out Fire Questions, okay? So I'm going to need you to just pick one. I'm going to ask you 2 questions, and then Spoon over here is going to ask me 2 questions.
Yes,
all right, you ready?
Yes, ma'am.
First question. Would you rather eat sushi for a week or post a dancing TikTok video for a week?
I'm allergic to seafood, so I have to go with the dancing.
Oh, dang. You allergic to seafood?
Nothing out the water.
Not even crab legs?
Nothing out the water. He said what he said. Don't
Oh, my gosh.
Said what he said, man. No seafood.
Nah, I can't go with the seafood.
Nothing out the water, man.
So no seafood at all?
Nah.
How did you find out that you was allergic to seafood?
We ain't got to talk about it. We ain't got to talk about it. Look, you looked off camera, y'all. I ain't gonna tell
He's like, we're not going to discuss that right now.
I ain't going to tell y'all who came with him, but we going to blame her for sure.
Yeah, it was a long day after school, and my mom was like, what you want to eat? And I said pizza, but I had pizza like almost 2 days in a row. She said, I'm tired of ordering pizza. I'm doing this and that. I was like, well, what y'all finna eat? Because she was already cooking when I got there. She said, everybody else in the house, it was like me, my mom, my dad, and my sister. She was like, everybody else finna eat some shrimp or whatever, some shellfish. She was like, I was like, I can't eat that. I don't want that. I can't eat that. She was like, you don't know what you can eat. You never tried it.
Oh, she was setting you up, huh?
Setting me. So it was like, she just said, here, try some. And she put me some on a plate, and I got to eating it. It was good, but of course, like when you breaking out and stuff, you can't really like feel it yourself. And she had walked off, and I was eating. She came back, and eyes are swollen.
Oh my goodness!
Ever since then, I just stay away from it. I can be around it though. Like I just can't eat it myself. Like,
how long ago was that? Was that when you were a little kid? Were you older then?
I was like 6, 7.
So have you tried it again since?
Now, why would you think he'll try it, Spoon?
So you might grow out of stuff like that.
Oh my goodness!
When kids little, sometimes you might got asthma, can't breathe. You grow out that.
Yeah, I don't think I've tried it since then. Nah.
Ain't worth it. Don't do it.
All right, my second question. Would you rather run suicides or doing mountain climbers for the entire practice?
Suicides, because I don't know if it's time. If it's not time, then I'll probably do the mountain climbers. But suicide's easier for sure, because mountain climbers, it's more than just running. Core involved, your legs hurting, your arms. Yeah. I'll take the suicides.
I do suicides too then.
What you got, Spoon? What you got for him?
Skittles or Starburst?
Skittles.
That fast?
Yeah, that's
not
easy.
Even a thing.
Starburst, they get all stuck in your teeth and stuff. I used to have braces.
Same way, you don't think?
But it's better. Like Starburst, they get like really up in your teeth and all. You gotta clean it out and stuff.
Would you rather be Gatorade Player of the Year, no state championship, or average 10 points on the state championship team?
Well, for me now, I just won state, so it's kind of different. I don't want to sound like I'm about myself, but I'll take the player of the year.
Ain't no wrong with that, man.
Yeah.
Ain't no wrong with that.
If I never won state, then I'd definitely take the state championship, though. But since I won state, I'll try to take the Gatorade Player of the Year.
Well, in your situation, the caliber player you are, you gonna get that.
Yeah, I'm
That's
definitely
not that's not too far out of reach for you.
Not at all.
You know,
Yeah.
I asked for a reason just to see what you would say. So now your priorities, moving forward, you know what it takes to win a state championship.
Right.
You've
Yeah.
been there.
I've been there.
So now take it up a notch. Go get that player of the year. Why not?
Ain't no reason not to.
Go get it.
Speaking of, congratulations for winning the state championship. Talk to us about that journey. Like, was that one of the main priorities for you and your team going into the season?
Yes, it was. Definitely. Beginning of the season, like day one and the first day of summer, Coach said, I know we're going to win games. I know we're going to get a lot of attention because of all the players we brought in and all of that. But he said, this don't mean, I can't say what he said exactly, but he said all them wins and nothing don't mean nothing if we're not holding the trophy at the end. So we all locked in, and that's what we came
So
to
now
do.
what a lot of people don't understand about the high school you go to, for those that don't know, he goes to Kell High School.
Yeah.
Scoot Henderson went to your high school and was supposed to be
there.
a senior this year, correct? The one y'all just won state.
No, the year last year.
Last year
My
was
first
your
year.
senior
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, man. So you were teammates with Scoot.
No, I didn't get to play with
You
him.
missed it.
I missed it. I came.
Okay. How you think that would have been? You think y'all would have won state last year?
Yeah, I definitely think we would have won state. Because we was close, but we lost by like 1 point. Somebody like him would have definitely gave us that more than extra
At
points.
least 1 point. Yes.
Yeah, 1 point. Yeah,
For sure. You could have won.
He would've gave us-
3 even. Y'all would have won by 2.
Wouldn't even been a close game, man. But it is what it is.
In terms of preparation for the state tournament, in terms of rehabbing your body, give us the process of you waking up early, still got to go to school, take care of the school aspect. Yeah. After school, got to get to practice, got to watch film. Give us a little backstory on how that works for you.
So he's about going into the state tournament and all that?
Just period. Your whole process leading up to the state tournament. How do you prepare yourself to deal with basketball, to deal with school, to deal with training, all the other stuff, all at the same time?
I'll go back to being a student athlete. So like, I feel like if that's what you want to do, then you got to take care of those things like school and all of that, especially taking care of your body and stuff. But really, like, as far as like taking care of my body and stuff, it's a guy I work out with named Knock, and he do like a bunch of. It's more, we work out while you do it, but like the workouts that you do, it's kind of like you working out and recovering at the same time. So it's not like you just working out, beating your body up all week. You might do something where it help your knees out and relax them and make them feel better or stuff like that. So it's just some small things like working out with him that kind of help me stay.
Yeah, whatever you did to work, man. Yeah, you got a job done.
I want to talk about, because with y'all's generation, social media is huge, right? And, when you're going through the recruiting process, there's a lot of pressure. You got to uphold this image, getting all these offers. You got to announce, I just got my third offer, from such and such school.
Top 5.
Right. And I know when Spoon and I was coming up, social media wasn't as big, right? So people would hear about us getting offers and things like that through word of mouth.
Right.
So with social media and you being still in high school, talk to us about the pressure, if you had to experience any. Talk to us about the pressure that you have experienced as a young student athlete.
As far as like offers and stuff like that?
Offers and social media.
All right. So I was kind of like known in Atlanta for sports, and I was kind of good, and like people knew who I was a little bit, but they was kind of looking like, because I didn't get my offers until like this year, and I knew kids that was getting them way before like 10th grade, early 10th grade, so they was looking at me like, well, you playing good and you doing this and that, but you ain't got no offer. So, like, what's up with that? So, I really ain't say too much about it because I feel like I was a person who believed in time. Like, it'll happen when it's supposed to happen.
Timing is everything.
Yeah, so I really didn't pay too much attention. I wanted them, trust me. I wanted to be the one to post it and say, I got this, I got that. But I wasn't, like, one of the ones beating myself up about it because, like, it's only 2 reasons why. Either you ain't did it or it's not time for it to happen. So, that's what I believe now.
So did you do the whole social media thing? This is my top 5, X amount of offers received. When you made your decision, was it a process with mom?
Definitely a process. I didn't. That was one thing they kind of told me not to do, was the whole top 5 thing though. But yeah, they just said you don't really why you gotta do all of that.
Well, so what advice would you give to young student athletes right now that was in your situation where you didn't get your offers until what you said your junior year?
Sophomore year.
To your sophomore year.
No, sorry, yeah, junior year.
Junior year. So what advice would you give to those athletes that haven't gotten those offers yet, and they're putting in the work and they're doing everything they're supposed to be doing, but the offers aren't just coming their way? What would you say to them?
Stay focused and keep working. Don't give up at all. That's one thing. There was a kid who reached out to me about that. I told him the same thing. Stay focused, and if you believe that you can do it, it's gonna happen. Because you can't look at what the next person got going and think that it's supposed to happen for you just because it's happening for them. Definitely tell them stay focused and just keep working out.
JQ touched on it a little bit, man. With you guys' generation, like the social media platforms are such an intricate tool for you guys just to be involved with everything going on. How does it feel when you're in public around, especially around Kel? But I know you can't go nowhere. I know you're a superstar. I'm already knowing you're a superstar.
No paparazzi, please.
Yeah, when you go into the grocery stores and man, they're like, man, that's Buddy from Cotton. No, that's Big Peyton. Man, I know who that is. How does that feel, man? You being in the situation you're in now, not even really being able to, because you're still a kid yourself, so you don't even really understand how the whole thing works. But you're a rock star.
Right. Nah, it's kind of something you gotta adjust to, especially if you want what comes with the success and all that. Like, I don't let it bother me. I know some people who, man, I'm tired of people asking for a picture or something like that, but I just take the little picture and go on about my business. I don't really make a big deal about it. Yeah,
that's fire, bro. I know it's rare I'm around people, that make me feel small.
Right.
And I told you, I done watched you play 10, 15 times. On the court, it's different.
Yeah.
It's different, bro. Like, I know for me, I got asked 1,000 times, man, how tall are you, man? Do you play basketball? And, when I was in high school, we was real big on airbrush shirts. Don't lie, you had an airbrush shirt.
No, I never had one of those.
Oh,
those are so
goodness.
lame. No.
Airbrush shirt, man, I went and got it made. I am 6'9", so don't ask.
Are you serious?
Absolutely.
Okay.
You take into consideration, man, for most people with their own two eyes, I'm the tallest person they've ever seen. In real life. Not on TV. On TV,
right.
It's different. On
right.
TV, it looks different.
Right,
In person, I'm probably the tallest person. Different. 7 foot is different.
Y'all about the same height, aren't you?
JQ.
What? How tall are you? What?
I'm 6'9".
Okay, so you ain't too far from 7 feet.
That's like saying you go to the store and you $30 short.
Come on,
supposed to pay for it.
No. That is not as. No, it's not.
3 inches is a lot.
Okay.
It's because you 5'1".
First of all, I'm not 5'1". I am 5'5" with tennis shoes on. But look, so you talked about dealing with pressure and going through your recruiting process. Spoon just asked you, how did you how were you able to handle that superstardom? Your first year in college, you're gonna start having those NIL opportunities come your way, right? And we know how important that is for young athletes to build their name, image, and likeness. If you had to be a brand ambassador for 2 companies, what would it be once you get to college? Like, what are some of those favorite products or services you like to use that you would be, in love and working with?
I'm saying that like Takis. You like
Takis are nasty. They're disgusting.
Takis, bro.
I don't eat them no more, but I can't really think of none off the top of my head. I like fashion, so I was getting something with clothing. I know that for sure, but fashion and probably like video games. I seen the other people that do the video games kind of. So
do you play video games?
Not as much as I used to, but I still do. Yeah, I play Madden. I'm good at that. Catch the work.
Oh, he said catch that work. Okay. There's a lot of competition going on. He said he ready for whatever.
This year I've been playing with Detroit.
So you picking one team, I know you can't beat me.
Yeah, but either if I'm really trying, if I'm trying to win some money or something, I'm getting the Rams. But just to have fun, I get Detroit, the Lions.
Yeah. You ain't beat nobody with the Lions, bro.
You'll say it's funny. You say that now and then. Losing and be like, wow, he beat me with the Lions.
With the Lions, I can't play you, bro. You too confident with the Lions.
He beat me with the Lions. That's what they be saying, especially when you get on a little live service and play against somebody you don't know.
I don't want no static, bro. Anybody that voluntarily plays with the Lions, I'm straight.
Yeah,
So you said fashion and you said video games. Now, who would you say is who has the best dress right now in the NBA?
To me, I would say Bobo because like he's 7 foot. It's hard. It's hard to find. You 7 foot.
I gotta look up some photos.
I was just about to say I gotta look up Bobo.
I'm gonna say like that's what I be looking at for my inspiration with clothes because he like 7 feet and he be.
So you looking at guys that's more your size than.
Yeah, and he not even as big as I am, but like yeah. So I'll say him for sure. He be 7 foot. He definitely put it on.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm looking up some of these photos right now.
What you think about guys like Kuzma and Russell Westbrook? Would you wear some of that?
They had their days, but some of that stuff Russ be wearing, I don't be feeling it.
You ain't rocking your shirt, the shirt open. Just
nah.
pants,
Nah, I can't.
cargo pants.
I can't come through like that.
Okay,
nah.
what you think about them big red boots? Would you wear them big red boots?
Yes.
No. Oh my gosh, they look like
I wouldn't wear them. I probably wear them how you seen Shaq Gilgeous-Alexander how he had his like
no.
Now you gotta remember
his
that
jeans.
You just said you're looking at Bobo now. She ain't up like 6'2" now. It ain't gonna look the same.
You know what I'm saying? He had like some big baggy pants on over the boots. I wouldn't probably wear them like the boots over my pants. Nah.
It'll be just your look. Get your foot stuck in there, and now you gotta cut them off.
Yeah, I don't know.
So I know you say you like to play Madden, and I know that you play both football and basketball.
Yes, ma'am.
How did you come to that ultimate decision that you was gonna just focus on basketball?
It was like the end of 5th grade, I think, and I was just like, you can't play both. I knew I couldn't play both because I go from getting hit in the knees, and then basketball, I'm barely able to run because I'm tired of my knees hurting. So I was just like, I think I'll be able to make it longer in basketball because, I mean, you can get injured in both, but the chances is way lower. I'm talking about they used to literally just head first, helping first at my knees, and I got tired of that. So I was like, I'm going to go over here where they ain't doing all that.
How did your mom feel you playing football? Because I know if I had a child, my child ain't playing no football. Like, I couldn't be the parent in the stand.
What?
She liked it.
Oh, she did? Okay.
She was still advocating for it after like middle school and all that. Like, why you stop playing? You should keep playing. I was like, no, I don't want to play football no more. But she was out there, had her little t-shirts on and all that.
Oh, Timo.
Oh, she was sure. Empty or milk jug with lots of coins in it, going crazy for sure.
Would you let you have a daughter, but if you had a son, would you let them play football?
I'm gonna try to stay out of the way.
Okay.
I'm gonna let my kid figure it out.
Okay.
Early, I'm gonna let them try. You gotta try everything. Mm-hmm. Everything. Soccer, tennis, baseball, cheerleading, everything. Try everything. And you'll be able to figure out what you like more. Mm-hmm. You're saying, well, you're going to do basketball, and then by the time they get high school, ready to graduate, they don't even want to do it no more. Yeah. They've been training and working out like crazy. They can't even, they don't even want to do it anymore. So.
Yeah, I couldn't have my child playing football, but So, talk to us about. I was watching one of your interviews, and I couldn't remember what the reporter asked, but you mentioned about your confidence, and we all know being an athlete, it takes a lot of confidence, right? Yes, how did you build your self-confidence as you were playing sports?
Working out more. I feel like it came with working out and just embracing who I was. Like some people get out there and try to be somebody they're not. I'm not finna come out there and shoot 33s and do all of that. So I kind of have to just find what my role was and what I was good at. And I feel like as I got older, I got more confident in what I was doing. So,
So when opposing teams prepare to play Kell High School, what are they saying about Peyton? What is the scout report on Peyton?
Right now, it'd probably be double team and run zone. I get tired of that, but double team and try to run fast. That was something I noticed. They thought I wasn't gonna be able to keep up with them as much towards the end of the season. Just get out and run fast, but I feel like I did a good job with keeping up with all the moving and back and forth and all that.
Okay, so I know you don't get a chance often, but if a team leaves you open on the tray line,
I'm shooting it. That happened at practice the other day. We was scrimmaging the 16U team, and we ran the play, but it was kind of busted. So we was moving around just to get open and run some cuts or whatever. And they kicked the ball to me, and Coach Kev was like, "We'll live." So I just shot the ball. It went in. I said, "We'll live." I said, "Y'all dead," because he said, "We'll live." I said, "Y'all dead." I made the shot or whatever, but I shoot it for sure.
Did you confidently shoot it?
I shot it. Yeah, I was
point. Like, you gonna leave me open? I got something for you.
I shot it with confidence. I was practicing it. I was working on it on the side before we got to scrimmaging and all that. And then I just so happened my turn to show I was working on game.
You should have Steph Curry, bro, and turned around.
No, I couldn't do that.
Coach probably would have pulled you out.
Dez, I'm about to say Dez was on still
They
there.
just had to go in, make it. They can't say nothing if it go in every time. They can't say nothing ever.
I'm glad it went in though, because if I would have missed, Dez would have stopped practice. And
Oh yeah, he'd have been mad for sure.
Coach Dez is the truth. Speaking of Coach Dez, you've been with Game Elite for the past 2 years.
yes, ma'am.
What separates their culture of their AU program from any other teams that you played on or that you witnessed play? How would you describe the culture over at Game Elite?
I say it's like really a family. Like most teams, like other teams that I played on, like you got 16, 17s and all of that, but one you might go out of town and one team doing this and the other one doing that. I feel like everybody, like when we was in Vegas, I'm not Vegas, but California, when we went out, like the whole program went out. We was on the strip together. We wasn't just, one team over here, the other one over there. And like even at the practices, he don't, like we would run our plays with our coaches and stuff, but like this Sunday, he had like a big board and he'll draw the plays out on the board and be like, all right, now y'all go break up with y'all teams and run it. So I saw like the family and how he really hold everybody accountable. It ain't just no one man show or nothing over there. He running the whole thing. He ain't showing favoritism to one team and doing less for the other. So that's why I say the family and all that.
Because I think a lot of AAU programs, Coach Spoon, I know you're a coach over at Walnut Grove. And, for the past couple of seasons or couple of years, that's one of the elements that I see missing from even high school teams. How do you guys uphold that family aspect, especially when you have parents, saying things to their kids, you should be getting more playing time and X, Y, and Z. As a coach, how do you guys uphold that family aspect?
It's different when you come from a certain pedigree. When he speaks about Coach Dez and the family aspect, Coach Dez was around when I was coming up. So, the Game Elite used to be the Worldwide Renegades. And, that was the same thing when I was coming up. I played with the Georgia Stars. So during AAU season, there was 3 main programs in the state of Georgia. 4 if you count the Georgia Blazers, but they're from South Georgia. But there was the Georgia Stars, there was the Atlanta Celtics, and then there was Game Elite, which was the Worldwide Renegades. So it was the same thing. Now when I coach, the same things. I tell my kids the same things that I was taught growing up because it works. Like I know it works because I lived it. I was a part of it. So when your parents tell you to do something, you do it. Not because you don't think it's going to work, but because they tell you to do it.
Right.
Now, years later, what my parents are telling me, I'm telling to my daughter because it works. So, that when it comes to bringing up the grassroots basketball, it starts at the bottom with the guys that are housing the bottom of, the pyramid. You guys have to raise those kids up right so that they're not damaged products later on down the line. So, you don't want to teach a kid a step back 3 if he can't shoot a layup.
Right.
It doesn't make sense. So now on down the line, they worry about shooting step back 3s and they can't make a layup. Or it's different when you have a kid at his size. Now your whole time you've been dribbling around cones. The cones don't move. And you get in the game and try to shoot a layup on Peyton, and it's like, damn, it worked on the cone 1,000 times. I've been dribbling around this cone 1,000 times, and it works. But it's just you gotta really know the game of basketball to teach the game of basketball. It just doesn't make sense. You don't get hired at a job that you don't know how to do.
Right.
And it sucks that growing up grassroots basketball, there's not a lot of financial gain. For a lot of the people that end up being the volunteer workers that coach those kids growing up. So they get tossed in the line, and if it works, it works. If not, then whatever. I'm gonna take this little $100 from you guys and send y'all on about your way.
And that happens a lot.
For sure.
A lot. Well, you mentioned family. Talk about your support system.
Got a great one. With a media fan, I say my mom, dad, stepdad, uncle. My uncle real big on support. Friends, family, girlfriend, all of them. Everybody real supportive in what I'm doing, and they just tell me they proud of me and stuff like that, and tell me to keep going and all that. So I say my coaches, Coach P, Coach Knock, Coach Dez, Coach Chris, Coach Sellers, all of them, Coach Lance even though I don't play for him no more, but I definitely say them people kind of who really been around since the beginning. I could say that really helped me out and supported me throughout the whole journey. Okay. It still is to this day.
Right. Well, look, we know you have a a day filled with relaxing because your mom told us you just came back from the gym, right? So I know you want to go home, relax, get ready for the week. We appreciate you stopping in to Counted Me Out podcast.
Thank you for having
Before
me.
we let you go, we want you to give the audience, how can they find you on social media?
Instagram, you can find me, Peyton, 21FR, PEYTON, 2121FR. I don't really give up my Snapchat like that.
No Snap, no TikTok, because he's not on TikTok.
He's not active.
We've been down this. Not active on TikTok. Ain't no TikTok.
I can't think of my Twitter off the top of my head. I think it's NLMB Peyton, NLMB PEYTON, and TikTok. You can find me at 150 Peyton, 150 PEYTON. That's my socials.
I can tell you've done this a lot because not a lot of high school athletes will spell out their social media. So whoever's working with you on media training and articulating your words, kudos to y'all. Thank y'all so much for tuning in to another episode of Counted Me Out. I'm your girl JQ.
And you know it's Spoon.
And we're out.